So the first exercise we want to have a look at is 30 seconds of spinal rotation. So it's really nice, you can either do this standing, or I'm doing it kneeling, or you can do it seated, where you're starting to add rotation through the rib cage, through the upper back, and start to stretch in those tight muscles around the upper back as well. So you want to do this lovely, slow and controlled. We're then going to bring the arms above the head to stretch side to side. So this is a great way to open up into the side of the ribs, start to mobilise that rib cage, as well as gently stretching and moving through the Latissimus dorsi muscle. We're then going to bring the arms across the front of the body. So the first 3 exercises, it's all about that movement, trying to get movement into the upper back and the rib cage, aiming for about 30 seconds. We're rotating side to side. Next, we want to look at some shoulder rolls. So again, if we can bring the shoulders back, this massively encourages that extension into the upper back, which can really help with that movement. So really, really important. So we're doing lovely shoulder rolls for 30 seconds, and then bringing the arm across the body to stretch into that rhomboid muscle. So the muscle attaching between the spine and the inner part of the shoulder blade. Really, really important to stretch across. Same through the other side. So with this whole routine, it's all about stretching and targeting key muscles, as well as adding general mobility through that upper back, because that is what's going to help to reduce that stiffness and tightness and get the area moving. Same with stretching through the Latissimus dorsi muscle here, huge muscle down the side of the body. So although it's not directly attaching into the middle part of the upper back where we're getting the soreness, it is really important to stretch through this area to get general mobility through the area where you're feeling the soreness, as well as those surrounding structures. Next, we're moving on to an all fours position, going to a cat-cow position. Again, we're using breathing to encourage extension and flexion through the whole spine, not only the upper back, but we're moving through the neck and into the lumbar spine as well. So really important to encourage that mobility. So again, aiming for about 30 seconds. And then what we're doing back to that middle point position is shifting side to side. So again, we're integrating that movement through the whole spine, opening up through the side of the ribs, stretching into the muscles, mobilizing through the whole area to improve that movement, to reduce that stiffness and encourage that stretching. Same here when we're stretching up into that rotation. This is a great way with these spinal twists to stretch and release through the ribs, through the lower back, through the upper back, as well as the shoulder. So with all of these movements, it's all of them added together that starts to really reduce that stiffness and tightness and encourage that movement. So once you've done one side, again you want to reach the other side. So you can see as I'm reaching back through the arm, you can see it rotating through the shoulder blade, through the upper back. So it's all about that optimal movement. And with all of these, add them in over time. So you can start with the ones that feel comfortable and then start to add the other ones in later. Next, we're going back into a child's pose position. So again, this is a great way by reaching the hands forward as far as you can. You're opening up through the shoulders, you're stretching through the big muscles around the back into Latissimus dorsi and encouraging that lovely stretch through the whole body. Again, adding in, continuing in that child's pose position, but adding in that rotation. So not only are you stretching back, but you're also opening up through the spine and stretching through the back of the shoulder and into the upper back. So it's all about adding mobility. The next exercise is one of my favourites. I'm using a rolled up pillow, but you can use a rolled up towel or a rolled up yoga mat. And you're going to gently lie back, placing the pillow or the towel or the cushion, whatever you're using, on the upper back, on the spine. And you're going to allow the arms to drop side to side. So you should be feeling a lovely stretch through the chest, lovely opening up through the upper back, and it just helps with that tightness. And then finally, as a little bonus one I've added on, if anyone wants to go a little bit further with the release, you can also gently foam roller the upper back over the body, going from the lower back all the way up between the shoulder blades. And again, with this whole routine, adding it in once to twice per week into your normal movement routines.